This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I really appreciate you joining me today, and thank you for all the support over the past few days in the latest videos. YouTube has been shadow banning some of the stories, so it really does matter and help if you do like the videos and share them. The first story comes from the UK, but there's some other stories internationally as well that can also affect us in the UK, where massive seizures of drugs destined for Europe have been seized in Spain and around the world. The first story comes from Thames Valley Police, where Mark Hadi, 40 years old, has been jailed for 7 years and 6 months after he was caught with 10 kilos of cocaine on the M40.
Block after block of white powder.
Yeah. Do you want to lock him up, mate, for supply class A?
Arrest on suspicion of possession of intent to supply class A. You don't have to say anything from the car. Questions of later on in court, and if you do so, maybe give them evidence.
Kilo blocks of white powder.
No. Right, the reason why, okay, you're driving a hire car, okay, you can't provide me any form of like hire agreement, which I think is a little bit weird, however, not necessarily suspicious, but a bit strange. Your journey, you're going from Eastbourne to Liverpool, which you said that it's the only journey you've done today. However, when I've asked you if you've done many miles, you said no. Well, actually, you've been driving to Kent and London and stuff yesterday, in the last 24 hours. Okay, so I find that suspicious. You've got parcels.
Today.
So you've got parcels in the front of the car, which have got no addresses on. You have no idea what's inside them. You're not willing to allow me to have a look at them at all. Okay, you're saying that you've got in your phone details of what they actually are, but you've got no record of or way of actually finding out who to give them to. Okay, you're a little bit erratic in your behaviour. Okay, your driving's erratic. You're doing about 120 mile an hour undertaking people, so that's the grounds as to why you're getting searched. Okay, because I'm not happy, particularly with what's in the front of that car, because you can't account for it. Okay, and I appreciate you're just delivering, and it's a long trip to deliver 2 parcels from Eastbourne to Liverpool, okay, without having a clue what's in it. The search has been recorded on body-worn video, and essentially what we're looking for is anything that may relate to drug supply or anything like that. Okay, and that's what I suspect. I've got suspicion those packages might be. Okay?
Hope not.
At 11:30 AM on the 9th of August, he was stopped on the M40 at junction 9 due to his excessive speed and dangerous manner of driving. The vehicle was searched and they found 10 kilos of cocaine located at the back of the vehicle with an approximate street value of £1 million. Mark was arrested and charged the following day. The investigating officer, Detective Constable Beck Bryden from the Serious Organised Crime Unit, said that he travelled to Liverpool from Eastbourne to transport these drugs, and he pretended that he didn't have any idea what was in there and where they were going. The body cam footage shows the moment the police discover them and also arrest him on suspicion of this offence, which is one example of how drugs are transported around the country once they arrive in the docks. And Eastbourne is known for loads of different deliveries and seizures of large amounts of drugs from around the world. And one of the biggest seizures in the last few weeks was by Europol, and it was 2.7 tonne of cocaine that was seized from Balkan importers. They believe there's a mafia that is made up of Albanian and Serbian gangsters that are now playing a massive role in transporting drugs across Europe. This operation was so big that it involved authorities from Brazil, Croatia, France, Poland, Spain and also Slovenia, and was supported by the Narcotics Maritime Analysis Unit. The operation began in January 22, but they only seized the drugs in September of 2023. They learned that there was a drug cartel, and they believed that there was wholesale trafficking large amounts of cocaine from South America to Europe, and the law enforcement agencies worked together in order to be able to gather enough information to seize some of these drugs. 2 of the skippers of the boats that were transporting the drugs were Ukrainian and Czech nationals, and several times they had travelled to West Africa to prepare the vessels for importing the drugs. After seizing the 2.7 kilos, police made 6 arrests, made 15 house raids and seized high-end vehicles and luxury watches in the value of over €1 million. Investigators identified a Serbian national as one of the main organisers of the criminal network, and he was said to be a high-value target. And they also arrested several other people that were fundamental in the functioning of the drug cartel's operations. Europol facilitated the exchange of information and provided continuous support to the investigators. And they believe that a lot of the information was originally gathered from the hacking of encrypted and also Sky ECC in Annam, which was encrypted mobile phone networks that were used between criminals to be able to organise large shipments. But these were taken out in 2020 and 2021, and they're no longer used, but the information that was gathered from them has been essential to law enforcement to be able to find these sorts of seizures. And law enforcement agencies around the world have been working to try to combat these drug gangs that are operating on such a massive scale. And one of them, they believe, is the Ndrangheta Mafia, where 43 members have been arrested. This was a month ago, where they believe they play a significant role in the importation and distribution of drugs and also launder their money through various businesses across Italy. And in the past few years, the government has been clamping down on this mafia because they think they have such a massive influence in local politics, and they have corrupted local politicians and also manipulated elections and laundered millions of pounds worth of money through businesses. And moving over to Spain, Europol, supported by the Guardia Civil, dismantled a criminal network that was trafficking multi-ton amounts of cocaine from South America. 6.5 tons of cocaine was seized by the authorities at the beginning of September. The leader of the criminal organisation, the police said, is believed to be one of the largest drug traffickers in Spain and is based in Malaga. The kingpin headed the large-scale operation smuggling multi-tons of cocaine from Ecuador and Colombia to Europe, and he was selling them on as wholesale. The police also believed that they laundered the money through their businesses and were involved in trying to corrupt public officials, so this could mean bribing police officers or people that work at the ports. As for the smuggling of cocaine, they used different methods in order to import them, and one of them was bananas, and this is where they found the 6.5 tons inside a shipment of bananas in the port of Algeciras. And at the end of last year, the police seized a lot of cocaine on this route, and due to this, the narcos changed their route, and in May 2023, they stopped going directly from Colombia and took it to Ecuador and went straight to Algeciras. The Spanish authorities intercepted a large amount on the way to a warehouse, and this is when they realised that they'd been changing the route, and they acted accordingly and made several arrests in relation to this. Several people are currently in custody and charged with these offences, and we'll definitely keep you updated on anything to do with these stories. And don't forget to send your stories to news@scarcitystudios.com and check out the website at scarcitystudios.com for the latest updates, and follow on social media on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter and Facebook at Scarcity Studios. And I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.